Hey everybody, my name is Gademore. Welcome back for another video of Hearts of Iron 4. That's right, welcome back. Um, I decided today to do something different, boys. I was looking around Steam for mods and whatnot for Hearts of Iron 4. And that was yesterday, and I found this. Now you might not know what this is behind, but this is the city, this is the fortress of Dol Guldur from Lord of the Rings. So you guys know where I'm coming from here. Lord of the Rings mod just came out a couple days ago. I went ahead and got it yesterday. I played it a lot. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. It's awesome. There's no bugs or anything. Like there's some fishy comments or whatnot, but nothing like that says like text A, B or whatnot. So there's no glitches, there's no the mod is like finished 99%, alright? Almost. You can also probably add other mods to it. I have multiple mods added to it. It works with everything. It's really cool. I'm gonna show you really quick, boys. I don't know if I'm gonna go a full let's play just yet. I already have 3 games playing that I'm playing right now. You guys know it should be right now. Today should be Empire Total War, but I'm not feeling. I wasn't feeling like playing Empire Total War today, so that's why I'm doing this little video. I'm gonna do this first video. If you guys want to see more, for sure I'm gonna come back to it. But if you guys want to see more later on, or right away, you guys can let me know. Press the like button, press everything, subscribe, all you want. Just show me your love, and I guess I'll continue the series right away. If not, I'll just continue another time. I'll restart another time. But for now, let's just do it, boys. 1st January 36, we are in the War of the Ring, which means the movies. We're in the timeline of the movies. Thousands of years ago, men, dwarves, and elves fought side by side, and through their endeavors, the forces of Mordor were vanquished. But we were fools to think ourselves victorious, for after lying hidden and dormant for centuries, the Dark Lord Sauron has once again risen from the darkness, adopting the shape of a headless High, looming over the dreaded Dark Tower of Barad-dûr. His unholy glare has set on the kingdom of Gondor, a broken realm with no king and no purpose. Will the free men of Middle-earth unite in time to defeat the threat of Mordor? Alright, so this is basically the scenario. We got all these people you can see right here. That's the main guys. There's Mordor, of course, with Sauron. There's Gondor with Denethor II, Rohan with Theoden, Isengard with Saruman, Rivendell with Elrond, the kingdom of, what's it called? The Lonely Mountain, basically, where the Lonely Mountain is. Dane, which is, I think, the uncle or the brother of Train, the one that, or Thorin, the one that died during the movies of The Hobbit. And there's also Littorial. Now there's a lot more to it. Look, this is the entire Middle-earth. It looks little, boys, but it looks small, but it's not. Alright, it's pretty big, and there's a lot to it. So you can see right here, the things that most of us know right now is Mordor, of course. Mordor with Sauron directing it. Gondor with Denethor II, the Gondorians, of course, with their kings, Isildur, everything. They're probably looking to have. I think we're gonna play Gondor in this one. We might play Gondor because there's a special thing where either Lothlorien, Gondor, or Mordor, all 3 of these have an option in the focus tree, where they can go for the ring, the one ring, and they can try and steal it. And if they succeed, there's something special happening for them, special agility, special everything. It would be really great, boys. I think I'm gonna go for Gondor. Maybe have Aragorn become the Isildur all over again, just like his ancestor, having the One Ring under his hand, steal it from Frodo with the help of Boromir. Would be really cool, boys. There is the option. I looked at it. There's Rohan, of course. All right, and Edwait, Isengard right here. The Entwood with these guys, the Treebeard. There is all these little things right here, these little places. So all types of country. You remember this one from the Hobbit movies. This is the territory right there. Kingdom of Erebor. This is the one with the Lonely Mountain, boys. And right here, Kingdom of Dale with Bran, which is right there. There is the Elves of the Mirkwoods with the father of Legolas, which is Trendle. There's the Shire right here, which is actually a puppet of the Chiefdom of Arthedain, which are the forces that Aragorn is on right now. Well, at the beginning of the movies, he's with them. And there's Linden. I don't know who these guys are. I played as them. I don't know who they are. There's other people right here. Alright, so we can go either historical, which there are actually in this mod. If you go historical, they really are gonna go historic. They're gonna go full on the same way, everybody. But if you go, if you're not going historical, then they're gonna go all out like weird, and all sorts of different things are gonna happen. And I don't want to tell you, boys, but there's so many options that can happen. It's so funny to watch that involved. So I think I'm gonna let this not be historical at all, because this is gonna be that might be fun, but it's gonna be dangerous, because I want to be Gondor. I want to have the One Ring, but I know I can. If I don't go historical, I'm gonna probably get beat. I'm gonna probably get beat into it by Mordor or LOTR, depending on how much chances I have. So let's do this. Let's start right away out. I've talked enough. Let's just start right away. We're gonna play as Gondor. Just showing you the mods really quick, what it looks like. We're gonna play as Gondor, boys. I'm gonna show you everything. Hang on. Loading the graphics, taking a sweet time. Now there is this that they should patch. They're probably gonna patch it soon. Is the Soviet Union's right there, but the Soviet Union has nothing to do with, like, it's not involved in anything in this. It's just there, but it's not involved. Like, it doesn't have any ships, doesn't have anything really. But we are Gondor right now. You can see we're gonna select all of our units really quick. We've got 16 units, boys. Here's our generals. We've got Furlan, Devorin, Erolas. We've got Boromir and Faramir. Boromir, one of my favorites in the movies. We're gonna go for Boromir right now. Alright, he's gonna be the one protecting the borders against Mordor. Alright, he's gonna be the one doing that. Oh, anyhow, now that's not a good thing. There we go, right there. So he's gonna be the one protecting the borders. We got research tree as well, of course. Support weapons, production, of course, and we need this. Right, research time. Now, of course, we need civilian factories. Need all this. We're gonna need some planes. So upgrade our planes really quick. Made some planes right here. And for the rest, I guess just completely make some infrastructure everywhere, boys. We're not gonna do too much. We're not gonna move too much because there's some sort of alliance and whatnot. We already have our own alliances. So let's see what we got. Alright. We got plenty of ships. We're gonna go for convoy for 5 of them. We got plenty of weaponry. We need to do that. Like this. Okay, we need the tanks as well. We don't have any planes, so we can focus all the way like that. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, that's what we can do. Now, focus tree, I'm gonna go to it in a second, boys. There is, let me see really quick. I want everybody to be the same thing. So infantry division, there we go. So I can get rid of the scout division, the mountain division. And the motorized division. Now I'm gonna cheat a little bit, boys. I'm gonna put this, since this is not the full Let's Play, it's just the first video. I'm gonna go XP 500, alright? Just to show you guys the full thing, alright? So we got recon, engineer company, everything. That's good, that looks good. And we're gonna do a little bit of cheats, boys, in this one. Why not? I don't really care. We're gonna do this. Now let me show you guys the focus tree for Gondor, that is. For focus tree for Gondor, you got this Face of Gondor, which is the first one we're gonna do. There's Battle of Gondor Sea, military rearmament to the skies, industries sector, alright? We got all this. Now, of course, the most special one is this. Alright, the focus tree. You can go for either Faramir or Boromir for the Fellowship, boys. You can send either one of them. You can decide to dethrone, to say, you know what, fuck you, Aragorn, or say, welcome Aragorn to the throne. And you can do all of this. You can either prepare yourself for the war against Mordor or help Rohan against Isengard. And there it is right there. So you gotta go, if you want the ring, which we're gonna try to do, we have to go ahead and go the Boromir way, just like in the movies, but Boromir needs to steal the ring, needs to go betray the Elrond's council, and needs to go to Gondor, take back the ring to Gondor, maybe become king himself, or give it to Aragorn, alright? And we can afterwards, if we get lucky, we need to get the ring first in order to do that, alright? So we need to get the ring first, and hopefully Mordor doesn't get the ring, because I've seen what happens with Mordor gets the ring, boys. What happens is Sauron basically becomes a fool again, and he invades everybody. So there it is. War of the Ring involves around many things, but of course the small golden trinket lies at the center of it all, the One Ring, alright? In this mod, the One Ring adopts the form of a national spirit that grants a very significant stat boost to all their divisions. So yeah, if you have the One Ring for yourself, you control it, you have with it with you, you have all the stats and your OP, basically. The nations of LOTR, Isengard, Gondor, and Mordor, so Isengard can get it as well. I forgot about that. Can try to obtain the ring through their focus tree during specific time frames. The likeliness of these attempts being successful depends on the strength of Fellowship protecting Frodo. That's another thing. So if per se these guys can decide, for say the dwarves can decide, you know what, we're not sending anybody to the Fellowship. Fuck the Fellowship, we're staying on our own. Or the same thing can go for Gondor. They can decide, you know what, we're not sending anybody. So really it's up to everybody, it's up to anyone to decide whether they send someone or not. And whether how many are there in the Fellowship is gonna determine if we're gonna be like all the countries, that is gonna determine if we're gonna be able to steal the ring or not. Alright, so there it is, whatever. At around December 36, so in December 36, boys, there's gonna be the council is gonna be there, Elrond's council. We're gonna all be invoked in the council. Mirkwood and Erebor can now choose to add either their finest warrior or a decent replacement, or none at all, alright? So there it is. So let's see what we got, boys. Should anything to be unclear, there we go. Let's just go to it right away. Not gonna waste any more of your time, boys. In December, all the way in December, we're gonna have the stuff with Elrond that's gonna happen. Let's see if it's gonna happen or not. Alright. Lord Balin is dead, boys. Alright, Lord Balin from the Hobbit movies. Some of you probably remember him. After having reclaimed the mountain of Erebor for his kin, there we go, the legendary dwarf Balin has suffered a tragic fate in this quest to reclaim the mines of Moria. The quest seemed to be going well, but a recent surge in the orc forces has taken the valiant dwarves by surprise. With their leader dead, Moria seems lost, as military experts estimate the dwarves' chances to have survival at 80 to 1. So Lord Balin is dead, boys. Now it's gonna be the chance. I don't know if the dwarves are gonna decide, if Dain is gonna decide to help the dwarves or not for the conquest, or to help them out for Moria. He can either decide to do nothing or to help them out. We're gonna have to see, I guess. But Balin's dead, boys, unfortunately. We got still Faramir right here. Our forces are pretty weak. Let's just go ahead and train them. We don't have too much stuff, really. Paranormal activities in the Shire. There we go, Bilbo, boys. The North Atreidain region, whatever it's called, commonly known as the Shire, right here, has been subject to recent commotion when one of their eldest members mysteriously vanished during his birthday celebrations. Bilbo Baggins, the oldest living hobbit, aged 111, was just giving his birthday speech when he reportedly vanished into thin air. Hobbit authorities are investigating the happening. Allegedly, the disappearance occurred shortly after the arrival of fireworks specialist Gandalf the Grey at the village. He is being detained as a suspect for now. Bilbo was always a quiet and reserved type of person, but I didn't imagine he would just leave so suddenly, said Josephine Maxwell Baggins. There we go. Wizard clash at Orthanc, so Saruman said no to Gandalf. Physical fight erupted in the two towers of Orthanc, Isengard. During a heated debate between two wizards, Saruman, leader of the Order of Wizards, reportedly closed the door on his former confidant Gandalf the Grey, prompting him to throw Saruman off his feet. This scene is uncommon for Isengard's normally sedated atmosphere. Gandalf the Grey was also reportedly arrested during the clash for interfering with Isengard affairs. Saruman denounces Rohan's integrity, boys. In a press conference last week, Saruman, chief of wizards, lashed out at demented King Theoden. He claimed Rohan's government had less authority than a half-wit dwarf, and warned he would send the boys in if King Theoden cleaned up this mess, didn't clean up his mess. In response to these inflammatory statements, the king's cousin, Éomer, said threats by Isengard would not go unpunished, and described the wizard as a senile maniac fond of playing with fire. Both parties have ceased all trade between Isengard and Rohan for the time being. Hobbit inventor discovers third breakfast, boys. Before we do that though, let's just upgrade this into limited. Oh, we cannot. We don't have enough. Let's just early mobilization, I guess. Okay, let's see what we got. Widely celebrated Hobbit researcher Rorimac Goldfather Brinded book has recently published his postulation of the potential existence of a third breakfast. The paper has been published in many scientific journals and is being celebrated as one of the most influential Hobbit inventions of the Third Age. If a Hobbit can have two breakfasts within 5 hours, the discrete Fourier transformation matrices for each breakfast is conjured symmetric when applied to the fixed time duration of the Shire, thus leaving a finite amount of time for a third breakfast. Is how Brinded book summarized its postulation in popular science journal Hobbit Advances in Quantum Found Theory. Alright. Small step for Hobbit, one giant leap for Middle-earth, boys. King of Rohan diagnosed with hypothyroidism or whatever. So you can see right now he's becoming mad and everything, just like in movies. Of course we know that's Saruman's doing. We're gonna help him out though. We're gonna help him out in a second. We've got Rohan representatives announced today in a public statement that the King of Rohan, Theoden, has fallen terribly ill. Medical professionals have concluded the disease to be hyperthyroidism or whatever it's called, a rare condition which results from a lack of thyroid hormones. Common symptoms include a feeling of tiredness, depression, and skin decay. The grip of illness is strong. The king's been bedbound for a month, and passing seizures are becoming more pronounced. The underlying cause seems to be a slow and progressive decay of nervous system, which will greatly affect his ability to rule, said Dr. Tergren. the king's niece. Erwin seems to have a more optimistic outlook on the situation. He is strong, he has always been strong. He'll fight the illness tooth and nail. I know he will. Oh, there we go. There's a Rivendell secret council, boys. So there it is. We're being invoked. This is the time where we're gonna either choose to send Faramir or Boromir. We are almost finished with the resources for Rohan as well, which is good. All the way from Gondor to Erebor, wars have spread of Elrond, Lord of Imradris, summoning several notable representatives to Rivendell, where a rather mysterious gathering was held. Information discussed in said gathering has been classified as highly confidential, and all participants have refused to provide further explanations. Rumors have spread that the council was invoked in response to the recent inflammatory comments made by a representative of Mordor. But why was the White Council not summoned instead? White Council being Isengard, boys. But the White Council was not informed of this council because right now they're in a quarrel with Rohan. So that's not good. Okay, so there it is. Rivendell asked for assistance. So there's our options right here. Lord Elrond wants to form a deadly team of capable warriors for a dangerous quest to destroy Sauron's One Ring once and for all. Who of our valiant warriors shall join this fellowship? I'm gonna stop training. I don't need to train. But so this is the time where we either choose to send Faramir. Alright, we shall send Faramir as a gesture of kindness, or send Boromir, or send no one at all. Send no one at all, but we're gonna send Boromir, of course, because we want the One Ring for ourselves. We need to send Boromir in order to do that. So let's go ahead and send Boromir, boys. Hopefully he's not gonna die. Hopefully. Boromir, you're going with the Fellowship. Help Frodo / steal his ring. Alright, that's your mission. Steal his ring. Get it for Gondor. Send our finest warrior, Boromir. Now we got a new focus, of course. Send Boromir with the Fellowship. There we go. That's our new focus. We need a new general, of course. We're gonna send his brother instead, Faramir. That's done. We need to wait for March of 38. So we need to wait for March of 38 in order to try and steal the ring. So for now we can't do anything. For now, let's just try and it's either that or persuade Aragorn to return to Gondor, but we're not going to do that right now, boys. We're not going to do that right away. We really need to steal the ring, so we're going to allow Rowan to hire some soldiers, and there we go. So the Fellowship of the Ring, there we go. Elrond's summit at Rivendell concluded earlier this week with the formation of a new special task force named the Fellowship of the Ring. The exact purpose of this unit remains secret, but the unusually large number of hobbits has raised some questions within the Elvish community. The Fellowship is made up of legendary warriors. If only Mirkwood would have offered some help as well, said the leader of the task force. Mirkwood did not send anybody. Alright, so Legolas is not helping. Legolas is not part of the Fellowship. Mirkwood decided to not help them at all. Said the leader of Task Force Game of the Grey at a press conference in Mordor. The Mouth of Sauron expressed his heartfelt disapproval of Lord Elrond's decision. Rivendell's intent has been more than clear. This is an openly declared terrorist cabal designed to instill fear into the good and peaceful people of Mordor. I like that. I like that. And Moria elect a Balrog as their leader. Wait, what? They did what now? So Moria is controlled by the Balrog right now, boys. What the fuck indeed. The citizens of Mines of Moria have held a grand assembly this week and came to the decision to appoint a Balrog of Morgoth as their new sovereign. Although little is known of the Valorokar, dubbed Durin's Bane, except that he lived within the depth of the Dwarven kingdom for centuries after Morgoth's defeat during the War of the Wrath. When the dwarves dig too deep in search for Mithril, The beast awoke, slaying Dwarf King Durin VI, claiming the title of Durin's Bane. Alright. So what the fuck indeed. So Moria is now under the control of a Balrog, boys. Thank you for watching this little video. I'm gonna see you guys for the next one. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Keep it easy, boys.